Okay, rolling.
All right, this is an interview with John Gorham, Beltrone Living Center, Colonie, New York. It's the 28th of August, 2003, approximately 1 p.m. Interviewers are Mike Clark, I did it again, Mike Russert and Wayne Clark. I don't even know my first name. Could you give me your full name, date of birth, and place of birth?
I'm John Arthur Gorham, born in Stillwater, New York, September the 2nd, 1960.
Okay. What was your education before you went into service?
Ftr High School.
Okay. Do you remember where you were and what your feelings were when you heard about Pearl Harbor?
Well, I'll tell you what. I thought with a knife in the back. But we managed. I was at Camp Upton when they struck Pearl Harbor.
Oh, so you were already in the service? You were already in the service?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you drafted or did you enlist?
I was drafted. Yep.
Into the Army. All right, okay, I see that, June of 41. So you went into June of 1941, you went right to Camp Upton?
Yeah, we went there and the older National Guardsmen come out of maneuvers around that time and were discharged. God bless them, they were only out 2 or 3 months and they were called back when they struck Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
What unit were you assigned to? What was your unit?
I was in MP outfit.
Okay. Did you receive any special training to become the military police?
Yes, you had to qualify for your jobs. Like I rode motorcycle and I did convoy work. And from there on, we were transferred out to the induction centers, and from there we went to Rochester, New York, and from Rochester, New York, we went to Buffalo, and from Buffalo back to Fort Dix, and that's where it all happened. We got our shots and prepared for going overseas. But you know, they do funny things. When they transfer you, they give you winter clothing and ship out again, or take the winter clothing away from you, and you don't know where you go. You know? So it was a challenge. Yeah.
Now, were you trained to ride a motorcycle, or did you already know how to drive a motorcycle?
I had already knew how to drive, but in the service, you had to qualify every 3 months to ride. because if you lose your nerve or anything, you're disqualified for that job, see. So they put you through quite a training.
What kind of motorcycle did you have?
Harley Davidson, yeah, 45, small one, yeah.
So that was the old flathead.
Fine.
That was an old flathead motor, right?
Yeah, two-cylinder,
Yeah.
air-cooled, a hot potato between your legs.
Now, did you have to ride it off the road in the woods and fields too, or just on the road?
Oh yes, we went through a training, jumping over creeks and laying your machine down and firing at targets at a certain rate, you know. They put you through that, and then hill climbing. That's another experience. You know, our heart is awful low, and there's a course where you go up the hill, and you have to go over a mound. Well, I got hung up on that mound a couple times. And they sent you back again. So, the third time I said to myself, I'm going to make it. I made it all right. But I was disqualified because I couldn't go around treeing up the other one. I went in the water. Yeah, that was quite an experience. You know, we have to do that every 3 months to qualify and be in that certain job.
Now, what kind of gun did you, when you first went in, what kind of guns did you use? Did you use the old 3s?
No. When I went in my boat training in Fort Eustis, Virginia, I was in an aircraft. And they took us out of that and went firing the artillery guns on the beach in Virginia. There were portable and aircraft guns that they fold up and set up and everything. Yeah.
When did you finally go overseas? Do you remember when you went overseas?
I went overseas in late 41.
How did you go over? Did you?
Went over on the Elizabeth.
Was it a single ship or did you go on a convoy?
We're all alone because the Elizabeth was a fast ship, and it took us 4.5 days. Yeah.
What did you do when you went to England?
I was transferred into the attached to the Air Force, and that's where our work began.
So, were you with the 8th Air Force? You were attached to the 8th Air Force?
Well, it's a funny thing. They changed. It's the 8th Air Force, and Tactical Air Force, and They change all the while. But I guess it was a teachable Air Force, the last changing. And it was, I were at Burtonwood Air Depot, which you probably heard of.
That was in England?
Yeah.
Okay. You
probably heard of Burtonwood Air Depot.
Now you were with a fighter unit.
No, they did mostly repairs on all types of ships, Navy, all types. It was a supply air depot.
What was your job there? You were an MP?
It was convoy and mostly convoy. Yeah.
So you
rear echelon.
So you rode with the convoy? Did you ride the motorcycle?
Oh, yes. Yes, our first job over there was, I was during the Blitz, you know. London wasn't, they weren't into production yet.
Right.
So, we sent ships over there, P-38s, on these Liberty ships, on the decks. And the wheat tips were off, the props were off, and our job was to get them down to our air base to be tested for the defense of London, see? And we brought them down the roads in convoy with the Jeep on the front and the Jeep on the back.
And the wings were folded up?
Yeah, the three-wheel P-38 had front nose wheels.
Right.
Right.
And to keep them under control, you had to have two vehicles, one in the front, one in the back. Because coming out of Scotland, you have a mountain, the train, see, and it took two vehicles to steady them from fish sailing,
Right.
and that's the way. And we had tractor trailers on the back of the convoy with the wing tips and all
And all the parts.
the parts, you know. And of course, they're all covered as cosmoline to weather the salt water, the salty conditions, you know. And they were a mess. Yes, but I think that we did a pretty good job in getting them down. Yeah.
Now, when you were escorting on the motorcycle, did you carry a gun?
Sometimes we had a Tommy gun and a 45
Now, where did you carry the Tommy gun?
in the boot. Yeah. Yeah.
That was attached to the front fork?
Yeah, it was attached to the front of the cycle, and it was, we used them in training too, see. We used to have to take our motorcycle at a speed of about 30, lay it down, and fire at the target, see? That was part of the training too, see?
Those bikes were pretty heavy though, weren't they?
The 45s weren't too small. They weren't too big, rather.
Uh-huh. But I mean, once they were laying on their side to pick it up, it must have been
Well,
pretty
you
heavy.
have what they call crash bars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you keep your weight down in the tank so that wheel don't dig in and throw you, see? Shut your engine off and then you fire. That's one of the training sessions they put you through.
Now, while you were in England, did you experience the buzz bombs and the V2s coming in? Or any of the bombing by the Germans?
Yes, but we were lucky. They could never pinpoint us. They were all around us, but the closest they come was about 4 miles. They were within 4 miles. They were, the V2s were a whistling sound before they hit. You hear the wave over the engine, and then everything is silent, and you hear the entrance, like a whistle. Yeah, they come within about 4 miles of us, all around us, but they never hit us. One night they come over and they lit the airbase up like it was daylight. But nothing happened.
Oh, they dropped flares?
Yeah. No bombing, no nothing.
Did you ever have much contact with the English people?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of friends. We had English Bobbies over there. They were quite friendly with us. We used to pal around together a lot and do things together. And with the home guards, the British home guards too used to run competition motorcycles.
Oh.
Did they have the same kind of motorcycles you had, or did they
No.
have British?
They had air-cooled, they had,
Norton or Triumph?
yeah, they had the small ones, see? But they could outperform us because they ran cooler than ours. You know, they weren't as big. The engine wasn't as big. But they had smaller cycles, they were.
Now, you stayed in England for the entire time overseas? Or did you go into Europe?
Yes, until if I had to go on convoy someplace. I was never at one point any too long because my job was to deliver our convoy and bring one back, see?
What rank were you at that point?
So that way, we were never in one place long enough to say I was there, you know. You take your convoy to the ordnance depot and that was our job. We come back.
What rank were you?
PFC.
Ah.
Yes, PFC.
Did you
Yeah.
stay at PFC the whole time you were in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, did you have to work on the motorcycles too, or you just strictly drove them?
No. No, all we did was see that they were clean,
Uh-huh.
and we had to stand inspections with our rifles and things, plus the motorcycles and at our the vehicle department, yeah.
Now, when you rode a bike, did you have to wear a metal helmet or a cloth helmet,
yeah.
or?
Yes, we had a crash helmet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which was a regular steel pot you wore?
They're weird looking things. I got a picture coming up on the internet through the Latham veterans, foreign war veterans, I think. And it's supposed to be up on the internet October, I guess, October 11th. Yeah. And me on the motorcycle, and my buddy Ryder, two of us on there. Today, I couldn't tell you his name.
Did you had a special helmet then? Did you wear any other special equipment?
Yeah, we wear cavalry breeches and boots. Was our outfit for riding, you know.
Did you wear a jacket or just your shirt or?
Yeah, we had nights in our jacket, and in the winter time, we had a fleece line jacket that we wore.
Okay. Did you ever get to see any USO shows while you were over there?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Who'd you see?
We see Mitzi Mayfair and Kate Francis and Bob Hope and the fighter, Ali.
Joe Louis. Did
Yeah,
you see Joe Louis?
Joe Lewis. Yeah.
Okay, when did you return to the United States?
In 1945.
Do you remember, were you overseas? Do you remember what your reaction was to the death of President Roosevelt?
Did I ever? I didn't get that.
What was your reaction when you heard about the death of President Roosevelt?
Well, it was a surprise to me because nobody knew that he was even sick. So it was a surprise to me.
Now, were you in England during the announcement of the surrender of Germany?
Yes.
What was it like there when it was announced?
Well, I'll tell you, there were a long time with the lights out. And when the lights went on, they sang that old song. When the lights go on again, rather. They really celebrated. They were great people for their sacrificing. They really had.
When you were discharged, did you use the GI Bill at all?
Yeah, I bought a home when I come out through the GI Bill.
Did you get married when you got home or before
I
you
got
left?
married while I was in England.
While you were in England? Oh, you married someone from England?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I got married in 1945.
And you brought her back with you?
Now she come 3 months after I got back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever use the 5220 Club?
No,
No.
no.
How about, did you join any veterans organizations, or have you ever joined any?
Lansingburg Veterans of Fun Wars. That's the only club that I was in.
Did you ever keep in contact with anyone you served with?
Pardon?
Did you keep in contact with any of make any friends in the service that you stayed in contact with?
Well, I never met many of my friends overseas because they all come in after I did.
Okay. How do you think being in the service changed or affected your life?
Well, it's the greatest education I ever had. When you go in the service, they teach you to choose your company. And because you have all types in the service. So you got to be on your toes. And that's a great education. I figure my length of service, the most important job I ever had, because we were representing the world and the United States and all freedom.
Okay.
Did you continue to ride motorcycles after the war?
No, I figured I had enough. I had enough.
Okay.
Because I did get some ups and downs. I did get some, but unlucky compared to others.
Yeah.
This photograph, now this is you.
Yes.
Could you tell us, hold it up to Wayne, he'll get it. When was that taken?
That was taken maybe a couple months before I come home. And I was going on furlough.
Okay, now that's you on the left. Who's that man on the right?
This is my sergeant. His name was Sergeant, slipped my mind.
That's okay.
Slipped my mind. Yeah, he was a great guy. Yeah. He was in the National Guards when I first met him in Camp Upton.
Oh, you met him in Upton, so you went over together.
Yeah, when he come back from maneuvers, these 39-year-old guys were discharged. And they were only out a short time, and they're right back in. They come back in our outfit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you his name now. Frank Quarterbench. He lived in Troy, New York.
Did you ever see him after the war at all?
Yes, after the war, he wanted to get married. And so
I can take the picture.
according to the priest, he had to have proof that he wasn't married. So he come and got me, and we went to see the priest so he could get married. I don't know who's married, but that was the only time I met him. Because he was in the city of Troy, veterans, and I was in North Troy, veterans. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for
Yes,
your
thank you.
interview.
Ah.